Hi everyone, this is Selena Kraus and welcome to another card video. Today I'm playing along with the new Hero Art Stay Crafty with Hero challenge, and this week is Never Seen Ink. So I picked out a stamp set that I've never inked before and I'm playing along. I'm actually making multiple cards so I have on hand to send to friends and family, especially during this crazy time we're all going through. So I'm using the Stick Together Stamp and Cut set, and I'm using the images that have coordinating dies, and those are also the larger images. So I have a liquid glue, a washi tape, and tape dispenser, and I pulled out the little heart that I thought I was going to use, but I decided not to. I am stamping on Bristol paper because I'll do some watercoloring, and stamping with the Hero Arts Intense black ink. This ink is waterproof as well as alcohol marker friendly, so you can use any medium of your choice. I just decided to go with watercolors, actually watercolor markers, and did quick coloring since I was mass producing these cards. So I'm gonna skip through a few of the steps so you don't see me stamping the same thing or coloring the same thing over and over again, because we're making 6 cards. So here are all the images, and just in case, I'm going over with my heat tool to make sure that they're completely dry so that ink doesn't smear or bleed. So now that they're dry, I'm using my watercolor markers, the Karin Pro markers, and I'm using a water brush. Just picking up some ink from, I scribbled some onto my glass media mat. And then when I'm done, I can just wipe it off and it's perfectly clean. So I'm coloring first the glue. This looks like Elmer glue. We're all familiar with. It's like white, orange, and blue bottle. So it's just trying to do the same color scheme. And then for the washi tape and the tape dispenser, I went with colors that coordinate. So I decided to go with orange blue, like more like teal blue, or turquoise blue, and pink colors. So I matched everything to those 3 colors. So now I'm just gonna speed up and go quickly over the coloring. I'm using gray for white, so we have some kind of being able to do some shading. So I'm just coloring with the bottle and the little label on the bottle for the liquid glue with the gray. I used light gray, kind of warm light gray. Next we're going to move to the washi tape, and for the washi tape I decided to use pink and orange. I'm just coloring those strips of the washi tape one by one. As you can see, it goes pretty quickly. Next we're going to move to orange for the second set of strips, like every other one. And then the middle of the washi tape I colored with the same gray I used for the bottle. So next we're going to move to the tape dispenser. I'm using the pink and the blue. The outside, the shell of the the tape dispenser, I'm coloring pink, and then I'll color the tape blue, the same blue that we use for the glue bottle. I'm just using a little bit diluted color, so it's kind of lighter shade of that blue. Just making sure that I have appropriate amount of water on my on the tip of the water brush, so that the colors don't end up bleeding everywhere or kind of going into areas where we have different color already. So we have a couple more left. And next is die cutting. We need to die cut all of these images. So I'm just securing the die cuts over the images using some purple tape. And then I'm gonna run them all through my die cutting machine. And with magic of YouTube, they're already die cut, and I have my card bases. And I'm gonna score everything in half All the card bases, I'm using Pebble cardstock. I have 6 of those. I'm just scoring it at 5.5. And then using embossing ink and the crafting tools bold prints, I will stamp those note cards just on the front to have a little bit more interest and like not really texture but more interest, like that very subtle kind of watermark look. So I'm repeating for all of the 6 note cards here. I'm just using directly stamped to paper where I have the stamp upside down, but you can use it also your MISTI tool. Next I have die cut, not die cut, but I've cut panels of white cardstock that measure 3.25 by 4.5. I'm gonna stamp the Friends Stick Together stamp that comes in the same stamp set. I'm using the Intense Black. I'm gonna stamp all panels together. I mean, not together, but at the same time. And this is very easy and it's very quick if you're using your MISTI. And here I was using the new black MISTI original size. Next, I'm adding adhering fun foam on back of my panels, the stamped panels, to add a little bit more dimension and interest when we adhere them to our note cards. Next, we'll adhere them to the note cards and adhere the elements that we die cut using foam squares. So I'm adhering all those together, and I'm using the Hero Arts Precision Glue. I like using liquid glue because it gives me a little bit more wiggle room when I'm adhering something, so if it's not straight, so I have a little bit more time to fix that. Next, I'm adding those foam squares on back of all my die cuts, and now we'll just adhere them onto our cards. I'm just arranging them to see where I want them to go, and I'm using 2 thicknesses of the foam squares for the 2 pieces, the bottle glue and the tape dispenser. I'm using the thinner ones, and then for the washi tape I'm using the thicker ones, so it gives us different dimension. So they're all done, and we're left to do one more finishing touch, and that's I decided to add on that bottle of liquid glue some lacquer pen to make it a little bit more shiny and add a little bit more interest. So after I've done all of those, I set those aside to dry, and once they're dry, it takes about an hour to be completely dry so it can be handled and not leave fingerprints, and then you can write your cards and send them to your friends. Thanks for watching, and I hope you play along. Don't forget to hit the subscribe now button and also visit my blog for more ideas and inspiration. Thanks for watching. Bye!